Now, as the West ramps up pressure on Russia over its military action in Ukraine, Moscow has now used its veto power to reject a UN Security Council draft resolution that sought to condemn the Russian invasion. With no surprise, Russia has vetoed the UN resolution that deplores in the strongest terms the country's aggression against Ukraine. 11 of the Council's 15 members voted in favor of the motion, which was co-written by the United States and Albania. China, India, UAE, meanwhile, abstained from the vote. Russia has defended its invasion of Ukraine at the UN Security Council. It also defended its move to use the veto power by describing the UN draft resolution as completely anti-Russian.
Проголосовала против представленного нам сегодня антироссийского и антиукраинского проекта резолюции Совета Безопасности. Почему антироссийского, думаю, объяснять не надо. Достаточно хотя бы бегло на него взглянуть. Почему антиукраинского? Потому что этот документ, вне всякого сомнения, противоречит коренным интересам украинского народа, поскольку пытается спасти и закрепить на Украине ту систему власти, которая подвела эту страну к трагедии, длящейся вот уже как минимум 8 лет.
Russia, which is currently holding the rotating Security Council presidency, will likely face another vote on a similar resolution. The draft resolution is now expected to be taken up by the 193-member UN General Assembly. China's abstention comes just weeks after Beijing and Moscow declared a no-limits partnership, backing each other over the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and also in Taiwan. China issued a statement that Beijing understands Russia's security concerns in regard to the Ukraine conflict.
各国的主权和领土完整都应当得到尊重和维护。联合国宪章宗旨和原则也都应当得到共同维护。这是中方一贯秉持的原则，也是各国都应该坚持的国际关系基本准则。同时，我们也看到，乌克兰问题有其复杂和特殊的历史经纬。理解俄方在安全问题上的合理关切，中方主张应彻底摒弃冷战思维，通过对话谈判，最终形成均衡、有效、可持续的欧洲安全机制。
The crucial vote comes at a time when Russian forces are steadily advancing towards the Ukrainian capital to topple Zelensky government. Ukraine's ambassador to the United Nations, meanwhile, rallied against Russia at the UNSC meet, calling the Russian invasion Nazi-style course of action. Ukrainian envoy has also accused Russia of standing true to their initial words, not standing true to their initial words of troop withdrawal.
We just heard something that the Russian ambassador wanted to present as assurances from himself and from his leadership that it's all provocation. And that he urged us not to yield to provocations. Do you remember how many times he said that, and his deputies said in this very room that there will be no invasion, no attacks? Do you remember how during the previous session he was walking out of the chamber, trying to call someone, not knowing what was going on? How we can trust you? How we can trust your assurance? You have no idea what is on the mind of your president. Your words have less value than a hole in the New York pretzel.
Following the vote, U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, slammed Russia's decision to veto the resolution. She said that Russia can reject UNSC's decision but cannot suppress its voice. The United States, meanwhile, has said that it will impose sanctions on Russian President Vladimir Putin and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. This came after US President Joe Biden had a phone call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen over the latest developments in Ukraine. India also abstained from voting at the UNSC, but the reasons are very different from the reasons China has put forward. India has made itself clear that by this abstention, India will have the option of reaching out to relevant sides in order to diffuse the tensions.
Voting in favor of the draft.
Let's explain this further to you. India has abstained on the crucial UNSC vote. The country has now once again maintained its balanced position on the matter, which has divided the world into two political camps, United States and Russia. The UN Security Council resolution sought to deplore in the strongest terms Russia's military action against Ukraine. By abstaining, India has retained the option of now reaching out to relevant sides in an effort to bridge the gap, find a middle path to foster diplomacy. India has said that dialogue is the only answer to settling differences and disputes between Russia and Ukraine. India's representative at the UN, T.S. Tirumurti, said that India is deeply disturbed by the recent turn of developments in Ukraine, reiterated the government's call for an immediate cessation of violence and hostilities in the region. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.